Hello everybody, welcome back to Tech Tutorials. And this video I'll be showing you how to use Adobe Photoshop 2023. Alright, so for reference, I'll be using Adobe Photoshop 2021 version. It's the same as 2023. So in my last video I showed you guys how to download Adobe Photoshop 2023 for free. So let's jump right into the video. Alright, first open up Adobe Photoshop 2021 or 2023 if you prefer. So and this is what the first interface looks like. So nothing to worry, just click on create new. So I'll just go with the custom size, the default custom size, and hit on create. Alright, so you get this page. And first up I want to show you how to copy a layer, add a new layer. Press Ctrl plus J on Windows, and so after that I'll show you these three panes. This is the layer pane, and you can see all the layers that you have created. This is the channels with the RGB options, and these are the paths. Alright, these little buttons down here, once you click on effects, you can click on blending option, and you will get the layer style option, and you could edit your text or the image as per your want. I always go with text editing using layer style. So hit OK after your style is created, and you can create a clipping mask by hitting on this icon, and this circle right here is the editing tool for the hue, saturation, brightness, and the contrast, pattern, solid colors, and many more. So alright, so if you want to create a group, just hit on the folder icon, and this is the folder. So if you want to move this layer to this group, just drag it and drop it on the group one. Alright, so once you hit on the drop down box, the layer will disappear and it's inside the group. Again hit on the drop down box, and if you want to rename this group one or the folder, just double click on the name and name anything you want. I'll just give example. The drop down box again, and if you want a new layer, if you want to create a new layer, click on the plus icon, and here's the new layer. Alright, this is the new layer, and you can add a white background if you want. Alright, so this is the delete. You could select any layer and hit the delete button, and you could delete the layer. Alright, so let's jump into the tabs or the panes you have up here. So this is the file pane or the file tab, and once you hover over the file, you could get the options that you have to create a new document or new page. Hit on new, and to open an existing Photoshop document, click on open, and open as, you could open any formats, and open a smart object and open the recent documents that you have made. Alright, so you could hit close all to close all your pages that you have created, and save to just randomly save it to your default location, and save as to set any location you want inside your PC and save the file. So you could hit on save a copy and export it, quick export, and generate image assets, and the print option, could print and print one copy, and the exit. Alright, when you hover to the edit, you could get the undo, delete layer, the undo and redo option, and copy, cut, paste, and paste special values, and check spellings, find and replace text, free transform, cut, uh, all sorts of tools like that. So once you hover over to the image, you could get the modes, RGB, or you could select any bits, the channels, and the image size, the canvas size, the image rotation, trim your image, and all of that. So once you hover to layer, you could add new layers on new artboards, and copy the layer styles, and duplicate groups, delete groups, and quick export the file as in PNG, and export as, and fill your layers with a pattern, gradient, or a solid color, and get a new adjustment layer, and a layer mask, vector mask, and group layers, ungroup layers, hide layers, and all of the options. Alright, once you have over the type, you could get the types for shapes and also wrapping text. Alright, once you hover to the select, you could select all and select all of the layers, deselect layers, find layers, and isolate layers. Color, you could change the color ranges. Alright, once you hover to the filter, you could convert any filters, or you could 3D, you could adjust your 3D designs. The blur option, there is a blur option, and pixelate, noise, distort, and many other editing options. Once you hover to 3D, you could add any 3 layers, form a file, or make an 3D layer. Once you hover to the view, you could zoom in, zoom out, fit on screen. So actually these tools, all of these tools are very easy to do with keyboard shortcuts. I always use keyboard shortcuts when I'm doing this, when I'm editing. And you could add any plugins to your Photoshop, and the window, you could arrange your workspace. You could arrange your workspace, and the character styles, layers, and generally speaking, you could adjust the Photoshop interface as your requirement. After that, I want to show you the history tool. So these are the history that I have done in this document. So you could always hit this and delete any history, and create a new document to the current slate. And you could go to any history. If you made a mistake, you could go back and redo it. Alright, so the next thing I want to show you is this character option. Once you create any text, you could edit the text easily by this character option. You could edit paragraphs. Could edit the paragraphs to be centered, or any other option. And this is the glints, and you could add any citations, or hashtags, or you have the alphabetic coder. Alright, so this is the library, and these are the adjustment and this here is the adjustment layers. You could edit your photos easily by just clicking on adjustments, and you have all the tools to adjust and enhance your photos. And alright, so this is the color selection pane. Could click on the foreground color or the background color. I'll just click on the foreground color, and it will give you the foreground color selector, and I'll just give a nice blue. And you could, if you know the hashtags for any RGB color, just type in the RGB color code and hit OK, and I'll show you. Just give a nice fill. Alright, so it's easy as that. Background 2. Alright, so the next thing I want to show you is the tools that are in Photoshop. I want to explain you the tools. So I think without So I'm going to explain you the tools. Right. So the first is the move tool. So once you hover to the move tool, it will show you a short video of what you can do with the tool. So this is the move tool, and you could move a selected layer, and this is the rectangle marquee tool, and you could select any specific area of the shape or any illustration. And alright, so this is the quick selection tool. This is the most popular selection tool, and you could quickly select any area of your image. So generally speaking, you could select a hair of your man or an arm or any part. Alright, so this is the crop tool. You could crop any image. So you guys can see the introduction video of the crop tool. This is the frame tool. You could create placeholder frames for the images. And alright, so you could see the introduction video. I'll show you again. Could select any area and drag and drop the image. It's easy as that. And this is the eyedropper tool. Could select color from the image and reuse it. And this is the spot healing brush tool, and you could remove some objects using spot healing brush tool. It's a great tool for editors. And this is the brush tool. It's I think maybe you know the brush tool well. So the next thing is the clone stamp tool though. So this is a very advanced tool in Photoshop. So as you guys can see in the intro video, you could select any object and duplicate it, generally speaking. So the next tool is the history brush tool. So if you want to deselect any areas that you have misused, so you could click on the history brush tool and just brush over it, and it will reappear. This is the eraser tool. I think you guys know the eraser tool well. It's a very basic tool. So this is the paint bucket tool, and you could select any foreground color and just use the paint bucket tool to color the area. I just showed you that. And this is the smudge tool. In the introduction video, you can smear and blend the colors together. So this is the dodge tool. So you could adjust any darker areas of an image and lighten them. So this is the pen tool. You could make paths or shapes with the anchor points using the pen tool. And this is the horizon. This is the text tool. You could click on this and add any text you want. I'll just click on I'll just type in example. My foreground color is green, and so I'll make it white, and this too. Alright, and you could select this area, select the text, and select any text font you want. Select any font you want, and you could go to the character option and also select any font and the size of the text, and you want it capitalized or auto, and the PD size. So that's it. So this is the path selection tool. So you could select a whole object and drag and you could select a whole object and just drag it. So it's a very useful tool for illustration makers. And this is a rectangle tool. It draws a rectangle. So this is the hand tool. You could use it to go to different parts of an image. If you are just zooming in on a pixel, the hand tool is a very useful tool. This is the zoom tool. You could zoom in and out. This is the zoom out and this is the zoom in. Alright, and the three dots is the path to edit the toolbar as your requirement, and again the foreground and the background color, and this is the quick mask option. And after you finish your document, just hover over to the file as I showed you before and click on save as, and click on save to cloud or save on your computer, and choose any path and rename it and hit on save. And just guys, let me know if you want another video briefly explaining about the Photoshop tools and just showing you guys how to use these tools one by one. Comment down below. I hope you guys got a basic idea of how to use any version of Photoshop. So see you in the next video and bye.